Hello folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is, obviously, Dragon Quest Swords. It's, something I've not yet really tried to play much of. Like, I literally just tested it out to see whether or not the disc was good, tried out a recording setup, which involved a headset, which was kinda crap. So, yeah. We're gonna go with ye old classic-y name here. No, not that. Yeah, there we go. Now, one of the things about this game, though, is that I absolutely love the hell out of the Dragon Quest series. Like, it's always been one of my more favorite RPGs, contesting itself with Final Fantasy. Thing is, though, I've never tried this game yet. Like, I get the concept. It's pretty interesting. So, I'll talk more about it as we get into the game. I am a righty. Saving.
When I first saw the mask, I remember only that I found it so frightening. But from where did this memory come? Already 5 years had passed since the defeat of Xiphos, the bringer of death. The world was at peace. But for me, that had little meaning. Avalonia was holding a fete to celebrate its 5th year of liberty.
They think it's all over. It is now. And the winner is Swordmaster Dow.
These current generation Dragon Quest games and their voice acting.
The passage of time has not dulled my blade or my skills. Are there no others? No more young heroes willing to challenge an old man? Aha! You there, the son of my accomplished pupil, Claymore, I believe. So, are you ready to try your hand against your father's master?
Cool, blimey! An invite from Swordmaster Dow himself! He's only gonna challenge Claymore's son. Claymore being one of the famous warriors what defeated Xiphos, the Deathbringer!
Ah, the Deathbringer. He brings deafness.
And what's more, he was a pupil of Swordmaster Dow too! Goddess only knows what kind of match we're in for here!
I have been speaking with your father. Tomorrow will be your 16th birthday, I hear.
Of course it is. That's how these stories always start out.
When a young man of our land comes of age, he must undertake the walk of the worthy. It is tradition. You must focus your mind and spirit on the ways of the sword now. Come, I will instruct you.
And by that, he means he's going to kick my ass. Pretty much. So for those that don't know, this game is entirely based off of motion controls. First, brandish your sword. Feel its weight and balance. Oh yeah. Just look at my Wii. Swing, swing, swing. Haha. Next, you must face me and choose a focal point for your attacks. Aha! Choose a focal point will enable you to aim your strikes at a particular area. You can of course attack without setting a focal point. At such times, you will naturally focus your attacks on a point directly in front of you. When swinging your sword, you must grip it with your thumb uppermost relative to the ground at all times. Yeah, this is the part that kinda sucks about this game, that I've noticed so far. Is that the Wiimote has to be completely parallel with the ground itself. When swinging your sword, okay, if you grip it incorrectly or if you change your mind in mid-swing, your attacks will not strike true. You must swing horizontally, vertically, and diagonally with your thumb uppermost at all times. Good, now we shall practice the cardinal forms of attack. Ha! Now on to the next. Ha! Next form's a little more difficult. Diagonal, diagonal. There we go. Next, we shall practice. That's not how you spell practice. The forward thrust. Grip your sword firmly and thrust it. Ha! 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 I can never get this. There we go. If your thrust strikes a monster in the right place, you can inflict great damage. You will do well to remember this. Yeah, the only reason it inflicts great damage is because it's so freaking impossible to do. Let's move on now to defense. I shall attack and you shall use your shield to defend yourself. Tia, way to give me a moment to read. Should the enemy use magic to attack you from afar, do not panic. Calmly move your shield to the reddish points where your senses tell you your foes shall strike. So as long as I hold down B, I'm using my shield. It's time for you to apply these techniques to a combat situation. You block my attack, then counter it with a strike of your own. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ha! I can already feel my arm wanting to turn into jello.
Yes, you are strong. You are well centered.
Is that another typo?
You may even possess the inner tranquility required to execute the master stroke technique I taught your father long ago. Do you wish to try?
You're not going to give me an opportunity to say no. Concentrate now. The master stroke can take on many complex forms. When your sword has gathered sufficient power, you will be able to perform a master stroke. And that's what that little blue gauge down there is. To do so, you must first call upon your sword to release its power by pressing 2. Then you must choose the master stroke you wish to perform. For the purposes of the exercise, let us attempt the mighty strike. You must execute the required moves within the time limit. Haha! Now you must execute the final move to unleash the full power of the master stroke. Ha! That was rather dramatic. Perfect, you are deemed an apt pupil, but know that there are many different types of master stroke. Some require wide and fast motions. Now, no matter how complex these moves, your grip on the sword must remain true and must always be aware of the people and objects around you.
Tiger father begets tiger son. You have inherited your father's command of the blade. Since Claymore lost his arm, he is no longer able to wield a sword. But you, the kingdom of Avalonia, will be fortunate indeed to count you amongst its warriors.
Here ends the Royal Festival of Swordsmanship, commemorating the 5th anniversary of the defeat of Xiphos the Deathbringer. Phew.
Hey, we get to actually move around now. When you approach someone, you you can talk to. A red arrow will appear over their head. If you press A, you can talk to them. Talk to a person different on the screen. Simply point with the Wii remote. Yep. Forget anything you have learned. Look to the help menu. Now, I just want to change one thing. There we go. Because a lot of noise was coming out from my remote at that time. Yeah, all this is pretty fine. Yep, this is me. That's actually pretty much my hairdo at almost all times. Just like constantly ruffled up and whatnot. We have a crappy shield. We have a copper sword. You would think we would have better equipment considering our father was apparently, you know, some right badass who defeated, you know, little Mr. whoever. Doubles Master Stroke gauges speed when in a pinch. Oh, cool. I never actually looked through the rest of these. Well, that's just a freaking leather shield, that's just regular armor, that's just a headgear, and that's just a copper sword. Unlike a lot of other Dragon Quest games, you only control the one character. But, like every other Dragon Quest game, you can loot the ever-living crap out of everything. Let's talk to this guy. Good work, Darius. It was probably a bit of a shock suddenly having to take part like that. The Festival of Swordsmanship was just one of the events we're holding to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Xiphos' fall. It was rather wily of old swordsman Bao to use it to put you to the test just before you had to take the walk of the worthy. Yeah, he's kind of a dick like that. Let's see, anything over here? Most of the areas are pretty confined in what they do. Can't seem to attack that. Sup, old dude? You'll be my new pupil. I will teach you the ways of the blade as I once taught your father. I am always here whenever you wish to train, and train you must. Ha 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 ha. Crazy old coot. No, not him. I wanted to talk to the brute. Who is actually usually commonly used in these Dragon Quest games for a bandit-looking guy. I ain't used to all that poncy ceremonial gabble. Hope I didn't say nothing wrong. Imagine how nervous I'd have been if the Queen had turned up. Actually, it's a bit weird she never made an appearance. Voice acting. Ooh, can I go through this door? Where are you off to in such a hurry, lad? Not planning to leave your old man behind, are you? Yes, that was exactly my plan. Fine.
You looked good out there, lad. Aye, that you did. Of course, old Dow was just playing with you, but still. If only I hadn't messed up my arm so badly, eh? Then I could have trained you up good and sharp, and maybe it would have been you playing with Dow.
Ah, there you are. That last bout was quite a spectacle. I'm rather impressed.
Prince Anless, it's been a long time. You're a good deal tougher now than when you used to train under me, by the looks of it.
Quite right. You'll find I never miss a day's training. So don't imagine you can outdo me, just because you come from heroic stock. We should spar together sometime.
Forgive me for asking, Your Highness, but where's Queen Katana? I haven't seen Her Majesty all day.
Mother is... I am told she has been feeling unwell in recent days. She confines herself to her chamber and refuses to see anyone, including myself.
I was thinking of dropping in and saying how do, but maybe I'll save it for another time. Well, it'll be getting dark soon, son. Time to head home. Good to see you looking so well, Your Highness. You take care now.
Hope my father doesn't turn up to be evil. He seems like such an upright person, you know? I'm terribly disappointed that Mother wasn't able to witness your splendid display of swordsmanship earlier, Darius. When she has recovered, we must make up for it by staging a little duel of our own in her presence. Aw, what a great friend, isn't he? Hey, when my mother's better, why don't I kick your ass in front of her? Ooh, mini medals. And what's in this one? Nothing. Sup, guard dude? Swordsman Dao's an amazing fellow. He taught your father everything he knows. Legend has it he slew 100 of the Deathbringers minions single-handedly when they besieged the town. Well, that makes that old man a little bit more intimidating now, doesn't it? Yeah. Why the hell they didn't allow you to use the freaking navigation stick on this thing, I'll never know. It'd be so much easier to control than, you know, just a Wiimote. How do? This is Her Majesty's chamber. I'm afraid she's a little unwell at present and not receiving visitors. Colonel Cutlass? My father's name is Claymore? I almost want to say that I hate this city, but then again, Dragon Quest has been known for their punny-based names. Welcome to Avalonia Castle. Oh, see you, Darius. Is the Festival of Swordsmanship finished already? No, you ended up taking part? I bet you didn't see that coming. Well, I kinda did. I mean, it was the tutorial and everything. Loading.
There you are, lad. You go on home ahead of me, alright? I have an errand to run. It's your 16th birthday tomorrow after all. I suppose I'd best find you a present of some sort, eh?
Be nice. Well, okay then. It's a lovely cove. With a giant lizardy beast. Chapter 1. The Walk.
Frizz! Kaboom! I'm glad that last kaboom woke you, sleepyhead. The next spell I had lined up could have hurt. I bet you're tired from your turn with old Dow yesterday, eh? But you know what today is, don't you? Aye, that it is. Your 16th birthday, lad. The day the Queen will order you to take the Walk of the Worthy, and you'll become a man. So, don't keep Her Majesty waiting, son. Get yourself sorted, and head over to the castle.
I suppose I could do that. Just after I, loot our own... Can I not get past him? I can't get past my dad. But Dad, I want to loot the cupboard! That's what you're supposed to do in these Dragon Quest games. Infringe on everyone else's privacy and loot everything that there is. This chest opens really slow-like. By putting your money in the strong box, you can keep it safe from monsters' greedy clutches. Money can only be deposited and withdrawn in multiples of 1,000 gold pieces. We only have like 100. So, yeah. Can't do that. Let's see, that's the strong box, which, that's my pop. Alright, might as well see if the Queen will actually see us now. Be nice. Examining things, I already explained that. To save your progress, go to the church in town, talk to the sister in charge, and select confession. Yep. Well, I suppose this will be a good place to end the video here. And when we return, I shall be exploring the town and then head off to the castle, where I shall receive an audience, hopefully with the Queen, start my walk. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Cheers.